We joke about it and we laugh, but she may very well go on to get her master's at Wilberforce University and our master's degree in rehabilitation and counseling because of the field that she's chosen.
That's right.
But my point is that I spent a great deal of time, most of my life in recruiting. I'm an Army retiree. I retired in 1999. I spent 13 years recruiting in the Army. Once I retired, I worked as a contract recruiter for the Army for the next 10 years. What I found is that I got a lot of joy and satisfaction in helping young men and women make something of themselves. I came in the Army back in the day when the motto was be all that you can be. And I felt that I was all I could be. I had a blessed tour, blessed career in the military. And then I came 1986. I came back to Cincinnati, Ohio as an Army recruiter, and they gave me my neighborhood that I grew up in. And I tell you, it was a blessing to be able to work with young men and women. But what I found out is that college was the key.
Right.
College was the key. And when I got out the military, I started working with severely behavior handicapped kids as an assistant teacher for the Cincinnati Public School District. And great staff, great bunch of people, and it was through those individuals that encouraged me to go back to school. They said, because I wanted to teach, I wanted to give more, I wanted to give something back to the community, and I was encouraged to go back, and so that's how I went back to Wilberforce, and then from Wilberforce I went on to get my master's degree in education. But I want to say this about Wilberforce University. Wilberforce University gives you an opportunity. It gives you a chance. I cannot tell you how many doors. Well, I can say this. Graduating from Wilberforce University has opened up a number of doors for me. Once I got my bachelor's degree from Wilberforce, I was able then to go on and get my substitute teacher's license because you have to have at least a bachelor's degree.
That's right. That's
to
right.
get your substitute teacher. So I went on and got my substitute teacher's license, and then I was able to go into high schools, and I was able to substitute teach, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I believe it.
Yeah, I did too. I love working in the school system.
And it wasn't too long after that you told me, you said, Darrell, why don't you go back and get your master's degree?
And you listened to me. I should have listened to myself because we could have started together. But would you say in that real fast before we run out of time to give folks a little bit of information about Step Higher? They can visit our website, which is mystepHigher.org. We are updating it on information about where to look for scholarships and if a historically black college, university can fit what you're looking for. I know when I had chose the college, I had went to NKU for a little while, and then I earned enough credits there, and then I transferred to Wilberforce. But I never thought about it as just a black college until I started taking the classes there and meeting the professors who were encouraging you and motivating you and letting you know that anything is possible. And before that, I had never heard a professor tell me that. They were like, you should do this. And I was doing the college tours at the time. So they were even giving me ideas of which colleges to go to, what to do when we're on the college tour and things like that. And as a high school student, you should be looking for scholarships your 5th grade year. They have them available. They have them on FastWeb. All you have to do is go to FastWeb, like I said earlier, and create an account. And whatever you may be interested in, it's there for you. They had a t-shirt making contest. They were giving away $1,000. No, they're not going to send you the $1,000 in the mail. But what they will do is put it in an escrow account. So when you're ready to go to college, you will have that $1,000. You might have $200,000 if you start that early. And our parents need to start being more proactive in helping our kids to get to the next level. It's so important. Don't worry about a man. Don't worry about your relationship. Worry about what you have in front of you, your kids. Focus on them, because when you invest in them, you can't go wrong. You give them everything you have, and you can't go wrong with it. So there's several places you can look for scholarships: fastweb.com, Sally Mae, United Negro College Fund, which is uncf.org. Some of the colleges are not partnered with UNCF, but you can still go there and look for scholarships. And to prepare, when you get ready to prepare for college, a few weeks ago, I just took a group of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders on a college tour, and that was the first time ever. I never thought I would take them that young, but I was amazed with what the questions the kids were asking, and when they were on the college campus and how they were acting. And after the trip was over with, you know, they were telling me that, you know, I'm going to college after high school. I said, if you go on my tour every year until your junior year, you will be going to college. So they were exposed to the possibilities, and they had never been out of Ohio. I took them to Atlanta to visit the AU centers. We went to Martin Luther King Center. We went to Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffle. Yummy. It was delicious. And then we drove over to Nashville. But at that time, the cicadas were out. So they were running, going crazy about the cicadas. But on all seriousness, they had a good time. And I mean, they were talking about college, what they wanted to do, and things like that. So it was so exciting. And then when you're in high school preparing for college, you need to be meeting with your counselor once a week, because your counselor is not going to come looking for Mr. Smith. Did your counselor come look for you? Okay. No, she said her counselor did not come look for her. When I was in high school, my counselor didn't look for me either. She was just ready to get rid of me because I was not doing what I was supposed to do, but that was over 30 years ago. I just had a birthday. I just turned 46. Oh, you had a birthday too, right?
Monday.
This coming Monday.
This coming
well,
Monday.
If I don't see you, happy birthday.
Thank you.
We're both crazy Geminis, what they say. Gemini. But anyway, it's important that you're in your high school counselor office talking to them. What's available? Did I do this? Have I taken government? Have I taken enough English? Have I done my foreign languages? Because again, like I said earlier, they are not going to come look for you. That's Get on the website, find out what you're supposed to do. If you played basketball, ran track, debate club, choir, swim, dance, bowling, volunteer. You have to volunteer. Make sure you create a portfolio. That way you start presenting yourself to these colleges like, hey, what can you offer me? I am the cream of the crop. This is what I have done. And you have your portfolio together. If you do not know how to create a portfolio, send me an email, add me as your Facebook friend, Janelle Hocker, and I will be glad to help you through the process, because I want to see you succeed, even if you don't know me and I don't know you. Our next college tours are going to come up. I have to plug that in. The next one is July 30th through August 5th, and we're going to New York. We go there every summer. We'll visit New York University, Columbia University, American Music Dramatic Academy, Alvin Ailey School of Dance, Fordham, Seton Hall, St. John's. And then the kids have an opportunity to go to BET. They have an opportunity to hang in Times Square, eat off the carts on the corner, go to Chinatown, Canal Street, and shop. So we have a really good time in the summer. And then after that, I'm taking a group of kids, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders before schools get started. I want to expose them to colleges again. I have 35 kids. I'm going to take them to the AU Center down in Atlanta and Tennessee. And folks always ask me, why do you take them to Atlanta? Well, for one, that's all the kids talk about is Atlanta. For two, they have two of the best historically black colleges in the world, which is Spelman, which is a female college, and Morehouse, which is all male college. There's only one, and there's only two HBCU female colleges. There's Spelman and Bennett, which is in Greensboro, North Carolina. And then they'll have an opportunity to visit Clark Atlanta University. And then we'll take them over to the Martin Luther King Center, and they'll see all that rich history in Atlanta. And then after that, we'll go to Tennessee State Fisk and Meharry Medical College. And I always tell the kids to go on the college tour. Even I told you, Kamilah, it's important that our kids are exposed to the possibilities. Yeah. Parents, you could drive them up to Wilberforce, drive them to Central State, and then take them on over to University of Dayton. You'll see the difference. It's important that we expose them to the possibilities. Spend time at the library, spend time on the computers. And then once they're in the process of trying to decide on what they want to do, you're going to be so highly influenced once you get up there talking to the college students, because they look like you. And they'll say, hey, it's possible that you go to college. You could do anything you want to do. Don't let nobody stop. Nobody's in your way but you. And then if college is not for you, we have vocational schools. We have small colleges, Cincinnati State. We have Gateway Community Colleges, Mount St. Joe, little small college that are accredited, that are nonprofit. Make sure you remember those. The other colleges I don't know too much about, but stay away from the for-profit colleges. But take some type of training, and then if that doesn't work, we always have, like Darrell said, be all you could be: the Army, National Guard, Air Force, Navy. If I could do it all over, I would have went to the Army. And the reason being is that we didn't have a lot of money to send anyone in my family to college. So the military will pay for your college. My fiance, Rodger Frost, I have to plug that in right now. He has been in the military for the past 23 years, and it has paid for 2 master's degrees, and he'll be retiring, I hope, this September, and he is a major, so it's Major Frost, because he has earned that title.
Oh, great. All right? Well, you know, as you was talking about the college tour, you know, I just thought how wonderful it is, how beneficial it is for young men and women that are in this area that have Wilberforce University in their backyard. When we talk about it, and not only,
and it's within state, so they have to remember.
And it is the oldest.
The oldest HBCU. HBCU. Founded by William Wilberforce.
William Wilberforce, slave abolitionist.
Sang a song, Amazing Grace.
Yes, in the 18th century.
That's right.
So it is so much history. I know our time, we have a short period of time.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But I just want to just kind of talk a little bit, really just list some of the people that have went to Wilberforce. That's right.
What are your notable? Yeah, your alumni is from Wilberforce. You can give us that information.
Just real quick, we've had Victoria Gray Adams, who was the pioneering civil rights activist. Regina M. Anderson, playwright, librarian, and member of the Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah.
Helen L.C. Austin, who was a U.S. Foreign Service officer. Myron Tiny Bradshaw, American jazz and rhythm and blues band leader, singer, pianist, and drummer. Hallie Quinn Brown, educator, writer, and activist. Floyd H. Flake, who was U.S. Congressman, and also he was the president of Wilberforce. William Julius Wilson, American sociologist and Harvard University professor. Theophilus G. Stewart, who was a U.S. Army chaplain and Buffalo soldier. And last, William Grant Steele, who was composer and conductor, the first African American to conduct a major American orchestra, the first to have a symphony performed by a leading orchestra, and the first to have an opera performed by a major opera company. And I said that Wilberforce is a school of giving opportunity. Our influential scholar W.E.B. Du Bois landed his first real job at Wilberforce University, where he taught Greek, Latin, German, and English.
Right.
And I say,
just back up for a minute. You're getting serious on me. What about Darrell Smith? He's a graduate. Me, I'm a notable alumni. I'm a graduate.
Well, we talked about the doors. That's
right.
I tell you, I can't say enough about Wilberforce. I'm passionate, number one, about young men and women furthering their education. But I'm also very passionate about Wilberforce. What it meant to me. It has opened doors. Once I remember some, you know, when I look back and I think of some of the things, and there were some hiccups. I mean, there were some problems. But when I walked across that stage at the Nutter Center in May of 2004, and they gave me that diploma, you know what? Now I can't even think about what we were arguing about, what we were upset about. But after that, again, it has opened up the doors I've went on to be an education specialist for veterans at Cincinnati State Technical and Community College. I was the campus director of a college here in Cincinnati for a year. I've worked as as a teacher assistant, as a tutor, and now I'm the enrollment counselor for Wilberforce.
That's beautiful.
If it had not been for Wilberforce, I can say this: I don't believe that any of those opportunities would have presented themselves or been an option for me because I didn't have my bachelor's degree.
That's beautiful that you say that. So, Miss Kamilah, are you excited about starting class on Monday?
Very.
Tell us, what classes will you be taking?
First off, I'll be taking English and effective public speaking.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. You get up in class, front of the class, and talk. That'll be fine. Just look at them in the eye and look around and tell them, you know. And
I also have Intro to Technology. It's gonna be a long week. It's a 1-week course.
So you're taking how many credit hours? Your first?
It's about, right now it's 10, and that's without college algebra. So it'll probably end up being about 14.
Okay. And we know that Raymond Walters does not have a campus, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. So you are going to have your timeline and your schedule. You already have everything mapped out on how much you're going to spend time on certain subject.